Hey friends, my name is Antoinette Chanel and welcome back to my channel. So let's talk about Meghan Markle's pregnancies. Yep, that conversation. Now before you start clutching your pearls and sharpening your pitchforks and lighting your torches to come for me, calm down because the truth is I don't actually care whether she carried her babies or not. I believe that she is mother to two children that share both her DNA and Harry's DNA. It's her body, her business. But this topic keeps coming up in a lot of the communities that like to sort of congregate around Meghan Snark, such as r/Saint Meghan Markle on Reddit. Shout out to the subreddit. And I've never actually weighed in on this myself. So this is going to be my first time actually putting my ideas out there about this because there's been a lot of discourse. When it comes to Archie, I personally believe that Meghan was pregnant. I'm not basing that on tabloids or gossip. I'm just basing that off of what her body looked like postpartum. She gained weight the way that I've known most women who give birth to gain weight. Her body changed and she definitely didn't snap back immediately. She looked postpartum in a very real and human way. And none of that is critique. That's actually what made a lot of it seem real to me. Her face, her midsection, the way that she was carrying herself, it all seemed to track. Now the second pregnancy, that one's a little bit trickier. There was a lot more mystery, fewer candid appearances, and more stylized imagery that went along with the second pregnancy. And if we're being honest, the whole way that it was presented just felt off. Overproduced, overmanaged, you could tell the PR machine was in there, doing its work. And that's fine, but that doesn't leave a whole lot of room for authenticity. Do I think she used a surrogate the second time? I don't know. And that's the part that people are latching onto, right? All of that mystery and ambiguity, the secrecy, the weird angles, the photoshopped family portraits, and of course the refusal to just show the kids normally like everybody else. And real quick, I do also want to specify that I'm not of the belief that you owe the public your child's image or presence in any way. So if she doesn't want to show her kids, if her and Harry don't want to show the kids, that is their prerogative as parents to do. But don't show us the backs of heads every couple of weeks. Here's where I land. I think Meghan has real biological children that carry her DNA as well as Harry's DNA. Because if she didn't, she wouldn't be entitled to the things that you would be entitled to if you were married to a prince. So either way, I think she made sure that these children were definitely her and Harry's offspring. How they got here, that's anybody's guess, but I do believe that there are two biological children that belong to both Harry and Meghan. This also isn't just a family, but an institution, and so I don't think that the royal family would allow such fakery with like subbing in actor children or adoptive children or things like that. I don't think that they would go for that. And the fact that there's been just very basic acknowledgement by the palace of these children lets me know that I don't think that I don't think that these are fake kids. I don't think that they've been adopted necessarily. I think that there are real children out there. Now, what we see in the photos, but I also think that Meghan is just obsessed with controlling her narrative. She wants to protect her kids, sure, but she also wants to maintain mystery. She likes dangling something in front of us that she thinks that we want, and then, just keeping it just far enough, just out of reach so that we can't actually fully grasp it. And I think that's part of the reason why I stopped caring so much about what the kids look like, because that's what Meghan wants me to do. And I think that's what this return to Instagram has been about as well, trying to create more buzz and more mystery around the kids and maybe just residual mystery that falls onto she and Harry themselves, which I think that she thinks will then drive their brands in a positive way. But instead of this feeling powerful or protective, it really just feels performative. It feels strange to be really proud of a picture of the back of your kid's head, but it's certainly enough to keep people talking, keep your name in headlines. And I think that that's been the goal the entire time. That and also just driving interest so that whatever little makeshift brand Meghan is putting together, people will always be hitting up her website or looking out for her products. At a certain point, I just have to wonder, what is the goal here? If you want to keep your kids private, then keep them private. That's your prerogative to do. But don't drop teasers and act like, ooh, look at me sharing my life with you, but no, I want privacy and you need to stay away. The whole half in, half out thing really only does good at drumming up more speculation. And I think that Meghan preys on her followers speculating about her. But at a certain point, the speculation becomes a little bit ridiculous, and that's where I land on this. So no, I don't think that Meghan faked a pregnancy. I think that Archie was carried by Meghan. As far as Lilibet, who knows, anyone's guess, but I think that they definitely share 2 children, her and Meghan. You know what? That's kind of funny because I'm sure Meghan in her mind would love to be married to herself. But Harry and Meghan share 2 biological children together. I believe that that's true. And it'll be really interesting when those kids come of age and they're able to discover the entire trove of information that's on the internet about their parents later. Whew, that's all I've got on this topic, but you let me know, what are your thoughts on this whole Meghan Babygate stuff? I know there's been a lot of conversation about that. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me in the algorithm. Also, it just tells me that you liked the content so that I can make more of it. If you'd like to keep up with me on Instagram, you can follow me at the handle that's on screen right there. Also, if you want to see more videos from me, consider hitting the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I upload videos to YouTube. Thank you so much for being here, friends. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.